Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love is Blind Sweden, Season 2, Episode 5. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. We pick up with Victor and Natalie. Now these two can barely get a paragraph between each other. All the words that they say don't even amount to a paragraph, but if you ask Natalie, more so than Victor, she thinks things are going great.
The fruit is really refreshing.
Yeah, it really is. And it's a beautiful day, too.
It is.
It's nice that it's not windy.
Yeah. I think that we work well together, but right now I think it feels good.
It's like, I guess I need to get used to the fact that you and I are very much alike. Something I have to get used to. I wanted to ask questions just because. You shouldn't have to force it either if you don't want to talk, you know?
I feel like in the pods, they were making a little bit of headway near the end there, getting a little bit more vulnerable. Her talking about being self-critical and the person in her life who has addiction. You know, they were opening up. But now they're on the outside and they can barely get anything going in any kind of conversation. Wrap it up. Wrap it up now. You're telling me I'm sitting looking at you face to face and nothing comes to mind. You are a stranger and I can't think of anything to talk to you about. Wrap it up. Later on, he says that in the past, his mom and his sister had a big influence on him regarding who he dates. At this point, when it comes to Love is Blind, if the guy has a mother and a sister, run away. I don't know what it is with the guys who come on Love is Blind, but their attachment to their mother's opinion and their sister's opinion, let alone both, if they have both that are very involved in their family, you're walking into some mess. Absolutely walking into some mess. The couples meet up again, and as we know, Ola has this very specific vision of what a feminine woman looks like, and it's a problem for more than just Millie.
I think you're doing really good, based on what we can see from the outside.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as transparent as I can possibly be.
Like the fact that I have short hair.
I only have one physical attribute that I look for, and it's long, thick hair.
Hair is not important to me.
No.
No. I mean, I'm confident that this is how I should look. Yeah.
But it's not that simple. I mean, it's like an image of sorts.
Okay.
Is that your biggest obstacle, that she has short hair? Everything is going pretty well. If
Yeah.
that's the biggest challenge.
So Nicholas is saying, well, is that the only issue you guys have? And at the time, it seemed like Ola and Millie are agreeing that, yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is the whole hair situation. And he's like, well, then that's a great issue to have. No, I don't think so. I feel like if it was a thing like, oh, we have personality differences, or you're a morning person, I'm a late night person, or like there are other things that I feel like we can work through. But somebody who has these like arbitrary visions of what femininity is supposed to look like would be a concern for me, because God forbid my voice isn't soft enough for you. Am I now masculine? I have to dress a certain way for you to feel like, okay, I am a feminine woman. I am good at it. Like, I feel like the issues are just going to pile up. And this person is going to start dictating how I'm supposed to present in a relationship. And that could lead to being in a controlling, emotionally abusive relationship. Hell no. God forbid I can't have kids. No, I'm not even a woman, let alone a feminine woman. No, sorry. This mentality coming from Ola is so problematic. There are things that you can work through. This is something I would not stick around to find out. As we know, Karolina and Yakob had such a rough start, but things have been getting better, whereas Alicia and Oscar had such a great start, and things have been getting worse.
We need to be able to communicate with each other. When something gets tough, we have a hard time. You say what you feel right away, but I need to marinate what was said. I get quiet, and she gets fiery.
Well, do you have to be alike?
That's what I don't know. Someone who wants to talk about what's inside their head, and that's not Oscar.
Oscar says he's the type of guy who just needs a moment to process his feelings. And so when Alicia comes with something, she wants an answer right away. And he's not that kind of communicator. He just needs to take a beat and then come back when he has his thoughts together, right? And I do understand that some people do need time to process. And it's probably better if you give a person who needs time to process that time to process. Otherwise, their first reaction might come out in a way that they didn't intend to. Just give the person their space. But I can also see why Alicia wouldn't want to let things fester under the surface without her getting a better understanding on what's actually going on in your head. I don't think she wants a clear-cut answer from Oscar, but just to know, like, hey, what is your mindset? Like, let me in a little bit to know where I stand with you or what you're thinking about. Maybe I can help you with that processing time to help make it go faster, but he's not letting her in at all. And so they're really hitting a wall there. Yakob says he's a very giving person in a relationship, but he vows to not be a person who gives too much because he's been in that kind of relationship before. In this relationship, though, everything that he's been putting in seems to be working. Karolina's walls are just falling, and that's really good. There was even a moment where she licked his face, and I said, ow. Oh, you like him. But yeah, eventually, Karolina, you're going to have to reciprocate because it's not fair for one person to be doing all the heavy lifting and you just receiving. Millie also made a good point. I don't know the kind of guy that I would think Karolina would want, but Millie says that maybe she's used to the tough guy. And so Yakob is a softer kind of guy, which is very foreign to her. And sometimes what you want is not necessarily what you need. It seems like Karolina is really enjoying the fact that Yakob, caters to her every need. And sometimes give the soft guy a chance. It's not every day rough and tough. Oh my gosh. Like, give me the nice guy, a genuine nice guy, not those people who perform until things don't go their way, which I feel like is kind of Yakob though. Oh, Yakob, don't make me forget how you were in the pods. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, he almost made me forget. No, I'm not on Yakob's side. I'm sorry. He needs to prove himself. I need to see how he acts when the other people from the pods come into the picture. Nicholas has concerns that Karen isn't expressing herself enough, but she feels like things are going great.
It still feels like we've come quite far these past few days.
And maybe we are not quite there yet. Those who have had some problems already, when they come out the other side, they're further along in their relationship. You get me? I'm just hoping that it's not because we're avoiding this step. And I'm afraid that if things get bad or something, that you'll keep it hidden.
Nicholas is really impressing me, like really, really impressing me. He called things out immediately in other people, in his own relationship. He wasn't going to just say, oh yeah, no, things are fine, when clearly they're not fine, which is what a lot of other people in this process are doing. So kudos to him, honestly. With Karen, I can't remember if she was very expressive in the pods. Yeah, I don't remember. Isn't she the one who said that she gave a lot in a previous relationship and then she got taken advantage of? So this time she's trying to be more hesitant. I think we're seeing the result of that. And so she's got to decide whether or not she's going to let her past cripple her or if she's going to throw caution to the wind and see if something with Nicholas is worth pursuing. Because so far, I feel like he's been true to his word. He's been one of the most genuine people on the process. Like, girl, give it a chance. You're going to end up ruining something because you didn't give yourself fully into it. At least give yourself and have it be thrown in your face, as horrible as that is. At least you can say that you tried. If it doesn't work out and you try, to me, that's worse. Ola and Millie at this point, it's a waste of time type of relationship. And now he has an issue with not only just her hair, but her soda consumption.
I've been open about what I've encountered within myself. Have you encountered anything?
There are still many rules or guidelines that you've set up for yourself. The Coca-Cola that I like to drink every now and then.
It's your body, It's totally up to you. There are no obligations and no restrictions.
No.
But it makes something happen in me. It absolutely does.
Didn't Millie say all of this in the pods? She said, I don't go to the gym. I don't even know what the gym looks like. I drink my sodas, I eat my chips, I watch my housewives. She said all of this. And what did the man say in response? Oh, you're really teaching me to relinquish control. You're teaching me to not be so regimented. I'm really growing. I'm really developing in this. And now he's going to act like this. This man is so frustrating because if it was things like, oh, this is what I don't want to do for myself, but you're free to do whatever, that's totally fine. Basically, he's just become the police of everything that she wants to do. No. What do I look like being a grown-ass woman having somebody tell me how I should and shouldn't live my life? Especially if it's over things that aren't even detrimental. Soda? Am I diabetic? If I was diabetic, I could understand the concern. Hey, babe. This isn't good for your diabetes. Maybe let's not do that. But even if I was diabetic and I choose to drink a soda, is that not my prerogative? He's not coming from a place of care, and that's the problem. He's coming from a place of judgment. If it was care, it would be one thing, but he just does not like that she doesn't live a life that he approves of. And I'm sorry, I do not want to hear anything from Ola because you are over 40 and you are only just now realizing that you actually have to be vulnerable in relationships for relationships to work. How about you go and sort yourself out before you come and tell me what I need to do as a grown-ass woman? So later on, Ola actually gets me fired up and I can't. Like, he is a big, big man. The host comes, because the couples are doing this like joint breakfast thing. The host comes and she asks point blank, hey, if today was your wedding day, would you say yes? Millie says yes. Ola says no. Ola says no. And you know what she says, Millie? She's like, you know what? I can't fault you for your feelings. If that's where you're at, then that's where you're at. You know, maybe with time, girl, the more you try to reason with him, the less I'm on your side because he's grown. You don't need to try to rationalize and try to figure out or whatever. If he really was ready for marriage, if he really was ready to be vulnerable, he would show up better. But he doesn't show up better because he's not ready. And he definitely does not want to be married to you. So it's time for everyone to get their phones back, and Ola's wallpaper is himself, which I don't think is a problem. The reasoning is a little bit problematic. He says, well, the most important person in this life is me. I think that's very telling. And Millie heard that. Did you hear that? He thinks the most important person in life is him. Remember that. Oh gosh, this man is texting me now. I'm distracted. Karolina, she was stressed about getting her phone back and her line is blowing up. She's getting text after text after text. We don't get to know what the texts are about. But yeah, she's really stressed for some reason. And I need to know why she's so high strung. It seemed like she was getting a little bit more comfortable being with Yakob, but now that the reality is settling in that, hey, you have to actually introduce this person to your family and stuff, maybe she knows that her family's not going to approve or her family's going to call out the fact that she actually isn't as into him as he thinks she is or that she's getting to be. I don't know. But she has this fear that needs to be addressed quickly. Then we have, I think it was Nicholas and Karin. The first thing he does is call his parents.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Mom. Do you want to meet someone?
Of course we do.
Hey! Oh God, I'm already crying. We're engaged. It's really nice seeing you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I think that it was really sweet that the first people he thought to call were his parents, not only just because like, oh, you have a good relationship with your parents, but like, I am so proud of the person who I'm engaged to. I need to introduce him to the most important people in my life. Like, that is beautiful. I am so happy. I am so proud. Let me show off my fiance. Come on, Nicholas. You better be my favorite guy. Okay. As the couples go back to Sweden, Ola proves yet again how selfish he is.
Have you reached out to people yet?
I spoke to my mom, and I told her that it's an experiment and that I've gotten engaged. I think she pictured it like I'm being forced into marriage.
I see. Did you talk about me at all?
No.
You are very good at putting yourself first.
I mean, my life can't be experienced in any other place than in here. Quite sure about choosing to take care of myself first. I want to live my life, but I want to share my life with someone.
She is calling things out, clear as day, and yet deciding to stay. I'm not sure why. I'm just going to go with the whole contract thing. Maybe she doesn't want to be in breach of contract, so fine. But girl, he is telling you, I don't want you in my life. She's fighting for a spot in his life. There's no more room. In the pause sessions, I'm pretty sure I said he takes up all the air in the room. You're fighting for a spot that isn't available, babes. Like, he is here for himself. Everything he's doing is for himself. This is a personal journey for him. You were just a facilitator of this healing journey that he's on right now. Not even a facilitator, an assist. He is the facilitator. He is driving this boat, okay? Somehow this conversation turns into the fact that her vaping and drinking soda is because she has an addiction and she's insecure.
There are only a few things that I have trouble accepting.
I only vape sometimes when I drink wine. What else do you think is unhealthy, apart from my vaping?
Consumption of soft drinks or energy drinks or things like that. Candy, Coca-Cola, cigarettes. I see it as an insecurity in you.
So you're thinking I do it because I'm insecure?
I think that insecurity makes us rely on various addictions. The only thing I can do is express myself as much as possible from my own standpoint. I won't be apologizing for that, but I'm curious to...
To find my insecurities? This is triggering.
Bye. Bye. To now equate it to the fact that, yeah, you probably engage in those dangerous things because you're insecure. Now you're coming for who I am as a person, not even just the things that I do. Who I am as a person. Get out of my face. This man is 42. This man is 42. And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to be that person. But sometimes I do question when people say they desire marriage, they desire relationships, but they have been so unlucky for so long. I just feel like there had to be something in the past that was fruitful. And if it wasn't fruitful, at least be able to explain why it didn't happen that way. Instead of, I'm just so unlucky, like, I just don't know. You're the problem. You are the problem. Even in my less than desirable situations, I can tell you things that I've gained from that have made me a better person, that have taught me more about relationships, that have taught me in different ways that I want to show up with friends or in romantic partnerships. Like, I can tell you the things that I've learned, even from something that has failed. But you're telling me at 42, you think, oh, everything is woe is me. People are against me. People just don't understand. I'm such a great person and everybody else is the problem. No, you're the problem. Go sit on that lady's couch. You are the problem, Ola. At 42. We'll see what happens with... Is he going to meet the twin? No, don't tell me. Don't tell me if he's going to meet the twin. Because I swear if he meets the twin and he likes the twin, that'll be insane. But I'm ready. Anyways, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.